Introducing Mantle, a high-performance Ethereum Layer 2 network incubated by BitDAO.
Every generation reaches a point where the systems we depend on begin to crack under their own weight. And when that moment comes, something new has to emerge, not as an upgrade, but as a complete rethinking of how value should move in the world. Today, we are standing right inside the moment, and the story leading us there begins with 3 simple letters: RWA. Right now, trillions of dollars in real-world assets, things like stocks, bonds, real estate, and commodities, are trapped inside financial infrastructure that was never designed for a global digital world. Markets close at a certain hour, transfers take days, and intermediaries claim fees at every step, and for most people, true access, it doesn't even exist. With Mantle, assets can now move across the world in seconds with full transparency and without needing approval from a single institution. Most people think that kind of future is far away, but it is not. It is already happening. Mantle has run into the largest ZK roll-up by TVL, securing over 2.2 billion in assets while being supported by a treasury valued at over 5.6 billion. This is enough to support an entire on-chain financial system. And when you add integrations with Bybit, Layer 0, Agent DA, Succeed Lab, Anchorage Digital, Securities, and a rapidly expanding list of RWA partners, you start to see something very different than a typical crypto chain. You see the foundation of a global liquidity network.
What are RWA?
Real-world assets, RWAs, are simply the financial instruments we already understand. Stocks, bonds, real estate, commodities, currencies. What changes on Mantle is not the asset itself, but the way that asset moves. When an RWA becomes tokenized, it becomes something far more powerful, an instrument that is accessible globally, tradable every second of the day, divisible into tiny pieces, and capable of interacting with smart contracts without friction. And when you remove the middlemen and replace them with math and cryptographic guarantees, you don't just modernize finance, you'll transform it.
2025 was the year Mantle shifted from potential to reality. Mantle built the most complete RWA infrastructure suite in the Layer 2 ecosystem. Every part of the real-world asset lifecycle, issuance, custody, trading, settlement, and yield generation is now possible on Mantle. Xstocks and backed finance, tokenized NVDA, DMZ Finance $QCDT, the world's first DFS regulated RWA. Investment fund available on the chain. Athena USD, Honda USDY, Agora AUSD. Yield-bearing stablecoins powering liquidity and collateral markets. Agenda plus succinct ZK proofs. Extremely fast. Low-cost settlement for RWA heavy throughput.
Mantle didn't just begin to dive into RWAs, it built the full operational stack right from tokenization tools to custody solutions and to the liquidity layer that makes these assets usable in real economic activities. That's what separates Mantle from every other layer 2 in the market. If I had the chance to tokenize anything on Mantle, I wouldn't pick a luxury asset or something exclusive. I would tokenize access, the ability for people, especially those left out of traditional finance, to access opportunities, fair yields, transparent markets, and systems that treat everyone the same, regardless of where they were born or how much they have in their wallets, because the real promise of tokenization is not about pushing assets onto the blockchain. It is really about bringing people into a financial system that finally works for them. And when future generations look back at where this movement began, they'll point to the systems to rebuild finance from the ground up. They'll point to the networks that connected traditional liquidity with open on-chain architecture, and they'll point to Mantle, because that is where the RWA revolution truly begins.